Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Woosie coming at you with another fucking banger ass story time. I literally haven't done shit for the past like 4 days, so I'm just gonna come at you with a story time. So I'm not leaving my YouTube channel dry. All right. So this is the time I pawned my TV. All right. So when I made the video a couple weeks back of me pawning my mom's watch, it unlocked a memory of me pawning my TV. All right. So this happened around the same time in 2022. I was 15 at the time, and I had this I don't remember exactly like what fucking inch TV it was. It was like a 55-inch TV. And it was it was honestly pretty new. I'd gotten it about 2 months ago because I had broken the one I had before, all right? And it was honestly like, I think it was the same size, but it was not the same brand, but it was a way nicer TV, right? So I had broken my one before. My parents had got me a new TV, all right? And at this point, I had my whole PC set up, and my TV was literally there so I could listen to music, all right? So I woke up on this, I think it was a Saturday, don't quote me. It was a weekend, all right? It was either a Saturday or a Sunday. My bad. So I woke up and I immediately was fiending, all right? I didn't have it like that back then. At least at this point, I didn't have it like that. And all my money was either going towards, like, I mean, at this time, I had a shitty-ass car that all my money was going towards, or my money was going towards my weed, right? And I woke up broke as fuck, no weed. I only had a vape, and I was just, that was that, right? So I hop on the game. And when I say game, I was a Fortnite player at this point. I wasn't making any money off of it other than, like, I was on an esports team that paid me like $100 a month, bro. And you best believe that $100, when that shit hit my PayPal, was going straight towards the fucking weed, right? So I woke up in this day, I had no money, and I hopped up on the game, and I started playing Fortnite with my friends, right? And I immediately was fiending, all right? So I started thinking of ways I could get bread. So I started looking around my house. So my mom would always take my like vapes, my old carts, my alcohol, like anything that was in my room that I wasn't supposed to have. She was taking all of that shit, right? So my mom would like store my vapes in like the vapes that she would take, she would store them in her drawer with like all these like random ass shit and put it under it and put like the vapes in it, so I just wouldn't find it no matter what. Even I looked in the drawer and I started like moving shit around, I wouldn't have found this shit. But I was a fiend and I started looking in things because I knew my mom, right? So this day I decided to go in my mom's room and look for some of that stuff, but honestly I had taken most of that stuff out, and I've been smarter about like where my stuff is and like where I'm hiding my stuff, and like if I have too much of it, it's not with me, bro. I got smart about it when my mom started taking stuff, right? So there was nothing in my mom's room that I could take, so I got even more creative with this shit, right? So I walked back in my room, I started looking around. There was this like Halo mask I had at this point that like honestly it was probably worth like $40, and I didn't even know where to sell that shit at. I was gonna do Marketplace, but who the fuck's gonna buy a Halo mask on Marketplace? So I'm sitting here like, fuck, dude, like what the fuck do I do, bro? I look at this TV, right? So this TV is a Roku TV, and it's a 55-inch TV, right? I don't know exactly how much I paid for it, like not me, but I don't know how much my parents paid for it, but I feel bad to this day for doing this, right? So I decided to grab this TV, right? And I had this master plan, okay? So like I said before, I had broken a like exact same size TV like this, which is why I had gotten a new one, right? So my dumbass takes the TV off, the non-broken one, puts the broken one back on the stand, and I plugged it in so the light would be on the bottom, but I didn't turn it on, right? I always have my other one on, which would be immediately like throw off to my parents, like why the fuck, like why is this TV never on? So I plug up this broken one, and I decided I'm gonna go sell this new TV, all right? But it wasn't that easy, okay? So my mom was home. She was always home. She worked from home at this point. I think ever since I was like 13, she had worked from home, right? So it was gonna be a challenge getting this fucking TV out the house. But thank God back then I was a Houdini at this shit, bro. Ask anyone, right? So I call my friend who's able to sell stuff at the pawn store, and I asked if he can sell this TV for me. We're gonna name him Kyle, all right? So Kyle text back and he's like, yeah, I got you, bro. You want me to come over now? I'm like, yeah, just come over now. So Kyle is a really good friend of mine. This would be no like weird coincidence that Kyle comes over and the TV is like gone or anything. Like there would be nothing wrong with Kyle coming over, right? So Kyle comes over. It takes him about 20 minutes to get there. He only lives like 5 minutes away, so I don't know what the fuck Kyle was doing, bro. Like it honestly took like 25 minutes for that motherfucker to show up, right? So Kyle shows up and he comes to my room, and thank fuck, Kyle's got the fucking cart on him, alright? So, back then, we were smoking some boof-ass carts. Kyle had the KRT cart on him, right? This was not even that long ago. This is 2022. And this bitch was, okay, I shouldn't say bitch. This motherfucker was still smoking on a KRT, right? Which, no shade towards him. If he likes them, that's that, alright? I still talk to Kyle to this day, so, like, no shade on him, alright? So, this motherfucker whips out the cart, and I'm not gonna lie, even though it's KRT, I still smacked the fuck out of it, right? I got fucking faded. I need to get faded before I got this TV out of my house, right? So me and Kyle start scheming ways to get my TV out of my house. Kyle's like full down with this idea, by the way. Kyle did not have that much money back then. I don't even know how the fuck he had a card at this point. It was like full as fuck too. He must have like, I don't know. I'm no questions. Kyle got that cart though. All right. So we were scheming on a way to get this TV out of the crib, right? So if we were able to sell this at a pawn shop, okay, I thought I was gonna get like $300, bro. I was like, yeah, dude, we're gonna get like $300, bro. We can look and get like a zip, and I like a zip and a half, bro. He's like, yeah, bro, let's do this shit. So we're trying to think of a way to get this fucking TV out of our house. Okay, out of my house, right? So where my room is right up the stairs to the left, and the front door is in the middle of the house, right? And my mom works right next to the front door. Like, her desk is in the windows that like connect to the front door, bro. Like, it's so inconvenient, right? So I'm just thinking of how we're gonna get this TV out, right? So my mom leaves when she needs to, right? And if like I ask her to go, oh my god, if I ask her to go get me something, she will go get it and leave, right? So I tell Kyle, I'm like, hey, like, should I just go tell her to go to like Quick Trip or like the grocery store real quick, and then we just go and leave? And she's like, and he's like, yeah, just do that. So I'm like, all right, bet. So it was not a weird thing for me to tell my mom to go to the gas station and give me some food because I didn't have a license. She wouldn't let me drive the car that I had because, understandable, another story time, all right? But she wouldn't let me drive my car, and I'm not walking, right? So I would ask her to go to the gas station a lot for me. Obviously, I give her money. I'm okay, chill out. Sometimes I would give her money, all right? So my mom goes to the gas station, and this is me and Kyle's time to shine, right? So me and Kyle get this TV out of the house. I'm not gonna lie, we did hit my wall twice, and there's still 2 black marks on the wall to this day from the legs hitting the wall because we were trying to be fast with it. I'm not gonna lie, we smacked the fuck out of the TV, and then we just dragged it on the wall, bro. There's a long-ass streak, right? So we walk down the stairs, we get this out of the house. Now I'm a fucking idiot, right? Okay, there's cameras, like, all over my house, all right? So when I was, like, 14 and 13, I used to sneak out all the time, and I would jump out of my window, and as you guys know, I stole my dad's car when I was like 14, and bro, they had cameras everywhere, dude. Like, I'm dumb, they saw this shit on the cameras, right? They never brought this up to me, bro, which was a weird ass thing. If they actually did see this on the cameras, I don't know if they ever did or not, but like, if they needed to, they could just look at the cameras and see me and Kyle running out of the fucking house with my TV, bro. Like, we're fucking dumb as hell, all right? So Kyle drives his mom's, I don't even know what it was, dude. It was like, I want to say it was a Nissan Rogue, but I think it was like a Ford Escape. It was some hatchback, right? And so it was easy as fuck to get this TV in the back, right? So we opened the fucking back and we put the TV in like kind of fucking like horizontal, so like half of the TV's up on the back seats and half it's down, right? And we shut that bitch and we go to the pawn shop store, right? So where this pawn shop is, it's like 20 minutes away from me, the one that I like to go to, because they've always paid me the most from everything I brought there, and like just compared to all the pawn shops, I mean, they've paid me the most, right? So I go there. I'm not gonna drop the name of there because I'm not dropping no name, all right? So we go to this pawn shop, and I never go in when people sell this shit for me. Mainly it's Kyle, but sometimes it's my other friend. But I don't go in when people sell this stuff for me because I don't have an ID and I just don't want to be suspicious. Oh my god, I don't want to be suspicious at all right? So Kyle goes in, and keep in mind, like I said, I'm expecting $300 at least, right? So I'm like, yeah, like I'm about to get fucking baked, right? So I did get baked, right? But Kyle comes out about like 15 minutes later because they have to test the TV and they have to make sure everything, and they have to check his ID, and then he gets the cash, right? He walks out. This motherfucker had $154, I think. I was cheesed, right? Because I know my parents paid way more than that, dude. And I'm like, fuck. Like, in that time, I knew I fucked up, bro. I'm like, damn. But honestly, half of me was like, damn, but I just got 150 for my bag, right? So I knew it was 150. I think it was like 100. Yeah, it was 154 or something like that. So I decided to text this. Okay, we had just gave this plug a name in my last story. I think it was Hiram. I think, bro, I could be bugging, dude. I don't know. So I had this plug that would have okay weed, but really good prices, right? So I hit his ass up, okay? So I said, I have 150, what can I get? He says, hey, I have this stuff in right now. He sends me a video. Honestly, boof as hell. If someone sent me that weed today and said they were gonna sell that to me, I would smack them upside the fucking head, right? But this motherfucker sent me the video. He said, I give you 2 ounces of this for 150. I'm like, bet. I'm like, give me that right now where you want to link, all right? So this plug was an interesting man. He would always tell me either link at his house or link at this McDonald's, right? So we ride over to this McDonald's where he wants to link at, and I hop in the back seat, and he's like, yeah, bro, there's some pressure, dude. Like, my dude just grew this. Like, I'm like, all right, bet, bro. Like, I'm already knowing it's ass, and, like, I'm not gonna lie. Back then, when I had some bunk, I would tell the customer it's good as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. So I get where he's coming from. It was just, I just needed the weed and I was gone. So I gave him I literally gave him the ones that came with it too. I didn't just give him the 150. I gave him the ones too. I wasn't playing, right? I needed this weed, okay? So I get this weed and I get back in the car with Kyle, right? So I kind of felt bad that Kyle just went all through this with me, right? So I gave him a ½ ounce of this fucking bunk, right? This fucking bunk, right? I gave him a ½ ounce of this. It literally looked as if you like snipped a pine tree off and put that bitch in a bag. That was this weed, damn near, okay? So we go back to my house and we spark up a bowl of this shit. And this is where I immediately know this is some fucking bunk, all right? Now, I'm not saying it's like actually like that bad, but like compared to what I smoked today, this shit is ass. Like, this shit is dog shit. I'm never smoking that shit again, okay? So we smoke a bowl of this shit. It is really harsh, and my throat is just fucked. And I'm like, hey, Kyle, bro, you trying to bring me to the gas station real quick? So we go to the gas station, and I get the classic loadout, bro. I get 2 Arizonas, 2 cheeseburgers, and a bag of hot Cheetos, bro, and I'm back at home. And by this time, Kyle wanted to go back to his crib, and I was like, all right, bet. And like I said, he was 5 minutes away. So I was like, hey, dude, are you just trying to just like sleep over? He's like, yeah, bro, like, why not? So as I said, I gave Kyle this half before, and so I have this I don't know if I still have it today. I'd have to go and check out my mom's in the basement, but I had like this like gas mask type of fucking bong thing, right? So it was like a half fucking I don't even know, I think it was either a ½ ounce or 7 grams of weed into this like gas mask fucking chamber type of fucking thing, bro. And I only brought it out when I wanted to get fucked, because this shit got me fried, right? So me and Kyle decide that we want to smoke. I offered to put I think it was a ½ ounce, bro. I don't know. I think it might have been 7, dude. I don't fucking know, bro. It might have been half. I don't know. I offered to put my weed in it. He was like, nah, bro, I got it. Like I didn't even pay for this technically, so I got it. I'm like, all right, bet, whatever, bro. We're gonna hit this. So remember I said I was like a gas mask chamber thing? So how you put it on, how mine was, it was Velcros, right? And like realistically, the only way you're taking that bitch off is if like fast, if someone else does it, or like you have to realistically like it's hard as fuck to get off, all right? It's Velcro. So I put this bitch on, and immediately, bro, I light that bitch, and like 10 seconds in, it starts getting like hella, like my throat's fucked, it's getting gassy, and I'm trying to take this bitch off. I don't think Kyle understood that I was trying to take it off, bro, and it literally took me like 25 seconds of me just coughing and fucking like gagging of me just trying to get this fucking gas mask off, bro. It was actually fucking ass, bro. And then Kyle's like, hey, can I do it? I'm like, yeah, bro, go ahead. And so I kind of put it on his head like less tighter than I did, and you could see it's like sagging off his head. I'm like, just hold it up a little bit. And he holds up to his head, and he starts going at this motherfucker, bro. Like, he starts chugging on this bitch for like 30 seconds straight, bro. There's fucking like smoke coming out of the mask because how loose it is. It's gas in the fucking room too, bro. I'm like, damn, like, hell nah, bro. So I put a towel under the door too, bro. Like, we were some goons back then, all right? Me and Kyle, I have so many stories of me and Kyle, all right? So that's going to be it for today. We didn't really do shit other than just smoke and sleep and then wake up and he was gone, all right? Usually when Kyle would sleep over, I would always wake up around like 11 or 12 and he would already be gone. So, I mean, shit. That's that, all right? So there was nothing in the morning. We just chilled out the rest of the night. But yeah, it has been Woo and I am out.